There's more reaction to the story everyone's talking about. The CEO caught on kiss cam at a Coldplay concert, snuggling with his head of human resources.
Megan had always been there at home.
All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
It was a night like any other, right? A Coldplay concert, the music, the lights, the crowd, a million emotions swirling in the air, and then, bam, there it was. The kiss cam zoomed in, and there they were, locked in a moment that was supposed to be sweet, innocent, a shared, silly moment between two people at a concert. But no one knew the chaos that was about to unfold. A couple on the kiss cam. It wasn't the first time, but this wasn't any couple, not by a long shot. The cameras didn't just catch a kiss, they caught a scandal, live, in front of 60,000 people. The internet exploded, the whispers started, but this wasn't gossip anymore. This was a moment of complete and total destruction. Kristen Kit and Andy Byron. They never thought their lives would take such a turn. One mistake, one kiss. But that kiss wasn't just a kiss, it was betrayal. It was the moment their worlds collided and unraveled in front of a global audience. Coldplay's Jumbotron wasn't just showing them, it was exposing them to everyone. To the world. Imagine the feeling, Kristen in that instant, realizing that she had just stepped into a public nightmare, all the while holding her breath, praying no one would notice, but they did. Oh, they noticed. It wasn't just the kiss that shook things up, it was what came next. The clip went viral. Her LinkedIn profile, gone, wiped clean. Not even a trace left. The damage had been done. The house of cards they'd spent years building was now a pile of dust. But it wasn't just Kristen's life being torn apart. Andrew Kit, her husband, was watching it all unfold in silence. The man who had stood by her side through thick and thin, the man who supported her, loved her, trusted her. And now, he was sitting back, watching the wreckage of their life spread across the internet. The thing is, this wasn't just about one person or one affair. This was about everything. The career they built, the family they dreamed of, the life they had put together, all of it, shattered in an instant. And when the dust began to settle, when the silence started to speak louder than the words, Andrew finally spoke up, and it was brutal. He wasn't just hurt, he was destroyed. And he wasn't hiding it, not anymore. He had loved her, fought for her, and she had thrown it all away, right in front of him. But let's talk about Andy Byron for a second. The CEO, the man who was supposed to have it all together, who had just secured a huge funding round for his company. And yet, there he was, indulging in this mess like it was a reality TV show. How do you go from CEO to viral joke in one kiss? It wasn't just a PR disaster, it was a career killer, and Andy, he didn't even get to fight for his job. The next day he was gone, booted out by the board. A CEO who had led a billion-dollar company, fired for a moment of madness on a kiss cam. And now, the real tragedy, the wreckage of it all. Andrew Kit, once a quiet, respected businessman, was left picking up the pieces. The man who'd worked so hard to build something, only to watch it crumble before his eyes. And Kristen, well, she kept going. She didn't apologize. She didn't express remorse. No, instead, she hopped back on social media, flashing smiles, dropping cryptic messages about growth, as if nothing had happened. It felt like the final betrayal. She wasn't sorry. Not really. She was too caught up in her own narrative, her own world of moving on and growing, while her husband was left to pick up the pieces of the life they had together. That's when the internet really lost it. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. People weren't just angry, they were devastated. People weren't just judging her actions, they were questioning the authenticity of it all. This story wasn't just about a scandal. It wasn't just about a kiss that went viral. It was about the destruction of a life, the destruction of trust. And it's not something you can just walk away from. Not when you've exposed your deepest betrayals to the world. As you sit here reflecting on this, remember one thing. Sometimes, the damage isn't in the act itself, it's in how the world sees it. How you, and the people who trust you, see it and trust. That's something you can't rebuild once it's gone. And Kristen, well, her journey's far from over. But this is the point where everything changes. Where there's no going back. This isn't just a breakup. It's a public execution of trust, played out on the world's biggest stage. And in this game, no one wins. The chaos, the drama, the betrayal, it's like a reality show that's playing out in real life. And it's impossible to look away. Kristen, the woman at the heart of it all, couldn't stay off the internet if she tried. After the Coldplay kiss came, after everything crashed down, she popped back online, as if nothing happened. Like she didn't just blow up her marriage, her career, and someone else's entire empire in one night. And you know what? The internet doesn't have it. Some dragged her through the mud, others defended her like she was some victim on a reality show finale. But the truth, nobody could. Ignore it, forget about Epstein's files. People wanted to know the juicy details of those text messages between Kristen and Andy Byron, the CEO who somehow ended up cheating on a Coldplay Jumbotron. And the rumors, oh, they're running wild. Insiders are now whispering that Kristen and Andy might still be seeing each other. After the firings, The profile wipes, the media circus, they're allegedly still playing house. No shame, no slowdown, just vibes and wreckage. Meanwhile, Andrew Kit, Kristen's husband, is out here trying to pick up the shattered pieces of his life. A life that got bulldozed in front of millions of people. But don't get it twisted. Andrew's silence, it's not a weakness. Sources say lawyers are already involved. And what's coming? Oh, it's about to get ugly. Divorce proceedings filled with enough dirt to fuel headlines for months. And trust me, the internet hasn't moved on. Memes, tweets, TikToks, they're everywhere. Kristen's kiss cam disaster has been remixed, parodied, and shared on every platform. She's trending, but not for the reasons anyone would want. Her name's no longer just out there, it's the punchline of the summer. And Andy Byron, the CEO of Astronomer, once a respected tech giant, his reputation had steamrolled. He's trying to scramble and rebrand like nothing ever happened. But everyone knows, one mistake, one kiss came, and now he's known for that. It's almost like his entire career was undone in an instant. So where do we go from here? Andrew Kit, the man who's been keeping his head down, staying focused on work, away from the circus. His silence speaks volumes. This isn't the end of the story. No, this is just the calm before the storm. And when it hits, it's going to be nasty. And here's where it gets even shadier. Kristen, she sold another house earlier this year while still listed as married. And once internet sleuths got their hands on that little tidbit, it was game over. People started connecting dots faster than a Reddit conspiracy thread. Suddenly, this wasn't just a moment of bad judgment. It looked planned, like Kristen was, laying the groundwork for this scandal long before that kiss can ever lit up the screen. Let's be real. Kristen and Andy didn't suddenly get close. That professional HR bond had history. They were seen together at work events, conferences, even Andrew's own family functions. What kind of friend sits at your dinner table, then turns around and snuggles your wife at a concert months later? This wasn't just a mistake. This was calculated. A slow, long con. Or maybe they thought they were just too clever to ever get caught. But here's the kicker. The internet never forgets. Kristen can delete her LinkedIn all she wants, but people are digging through photos, timestamps, and Instagram likes like it's a full-on digital crime scene. People have given it nicknames: HR Homewrecker, Coldplay, Cuttlegate. Reddit threads are going deep, and TikTok is reenacting it all. And poor Andy, his keynote speaker days are over. No one's asking him to lead a panel on ethics anytime soon. One kiss, one concert, 2 lives destroyed in front of an entire stadium, with millions more watching online. Kristen and Andy didn't just cross a line, they detonated it. They wrecked a marriage, torched a tech empire, and betrayed everyone who trusted them. And in the ashes, Andrew Kit stands tall. No scandals, no cryptic quotes, just heartbreak and quiet dignity. Meanwhile, Kristen and Andy, they're in the spotlight, scrambling to save what's left. And now, the real question was, Andrew right to file for divorce? Was he justified in walking away from a marriage that blew up in real time? Or should he have tried to salvage something Kristen shattered in front of millions? Imagine it, your spouse caught on a stadium jumbotron cuddling up to their millionaire boss while you're still at home wearing your wedding ring. What would you do? Are you Team Andrew, the husband who built the life, stayed loyal, and got betrayed? Or Team Kristen, who some are calling the most scandalous HR boss of the year? Should public betrayals come with public consequences, or is there a way back from something this big? Drop your unfiltered takes in the comments. We're watching everything, and if you still believe trust should mean something, hit that like button. Subscribe, because this drama, oh, it's far from over. The fallout's just getting hotter, and we'll be here, bringing you every jaw-dropping update they don't want you to see. Thanks for reading. I love you.